Stop losing money and wasting time. I'm going to share all about the stats that you need to track, which ones matter, how to improve them to get more views, subscribers, and buyers. I know I said on the last video that that was my last YouTube video, and then I was looking at a spreadsheet I had and I was like, oh, I forgot to cover literally the most important thing with any of your marketing so that you don't lose money and waste your time, which is stats. Which ones to track and how often. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the YouTube stats that you should be tracking. If you do this, you're going to be using your time and your marketing dollars much more wisely. So you're going to focus on what people like and what people don't like about your videos and make your channel one that people want to keep coming to and watching. Ultimately, you're going to make yourself a person that they want to hire or buy from. So if you'd like a checklist to optimize your channel and your videos, which includes these stats that we're going over today, just drop a comment. For those who don't know, my name's Nina Clear. I started doing digital marketing in like the late 90s, and since then I've used it to get my clients over 1 million views on YouTube, all organically, while increasing their leads and their conversions. I developed the formula that I've been sharing with you and these stats that we track so that help them get this. So if you want that information, again, drop a comment. Okay, when you watch this video, you're going to know where to spend your time with the stats that you should gather so that you can grow your channel, grow your subscribers, grow your viewers, and grow the money that's coming into you. Why stats matter. Now, some of these you can get from your your YouTube analytics, not your Google analytics, but your YouTube channel analytics. They're not the only ones that matter. There's some that you're going to have to track that you have internally. Okay, so you're going to have to track how many leads are coming to you from YouTube that turn into paying customers. If you're an attorney, what we do is we track leads. The way we track leads is we either set a phone number specific to YouTube, or we do an poll when people call. How did you find us? Did you find us through YouTube? Did you find us through Facebook? When they come into an appointment, we also ask them, we have it on like a little sign paper, a paper that they sign when they come in. Then you're going to also track, beyond those leads, you're going to check how many of those people set an appointment, how many of those people show up for the appointment, and how many of those people hire you when they come to the appointment. You're also going to track how long it takes for them to convert. So when they first got in touch with your business through an ad, through a video, until they called, set up an appointment, showed up for the appointment, hired you, and paid in full. All of that's really important. If you're a coach, it would be the same thing. If you're selling a product, you're going to track, probably with like a UTM code, them buying a product and then upsells that they get when they buy that product. If you don't know what an upsell is, that's something we can chat about, but those are things you're going to track. So back to the leads that show higher, because that's who I work with a lot, is the service providers. Again, if they set an appointment, they show up, they hire you. And I also suggest that you track if they pay in full at the first appointment. Here's why. So I had a client, here's an example. I had a client, he got tons of leads from Facebook, like over 1,000 a month. Most of those people that did set an appointment, show up and hire, it was a pretty low percentage, and none of them paid in full when they came into the first appointment. Some of it took 6 months, some of it took even longer to pay in full. However, when he started to get leads from YouTube, it was a much lower number of leads from YouTube, much lower, but a much higher percentage set an appointment, a higher percentage showed up, a higher percentage hired him, and out of those, almost 100% paid him in full at the first consultation, which was unheard of for any other leads. So why does that matter? Because if you're going to have a channel that you get people that don't set an appointment, don't show up, and don't hire, but you're paying lots of money for that marketing and those ads, or you're in a channel where you might have lower leads, but a higher percentage set an appointment, show up, hire, and pay in full, where are you going to put your marketing dollars and time? Okay. Let's give you a numbers example because some people work in numbers. Say you have 10 leads from YouTube in a month. It probably sounds kind of low to you, but 8 of them set an appointment, 5 of those show up, and 2 of those hire you. So you would have an 80% set rate, a 50% show rate, and a 20% hire rate. Just so you know, for most law firms, that is a phenomenal rate for almost any lead source. Google, website. In fact, like 7% lower conversion rate is the average. You might be above average, but I can tell you that this is pretty phenomenal. Now, 20% higher rate is pretty low for my clients from YouTube. So that gives us an area to improve. What I would do with the client who only had a 20% higher rate is we would sit down and we would review what happened at the consultation. So when they came in, who greeted them, who met with them in the consultation, what was said, how long did it take? Did they say, oh, I'm not going to hire you for this reason? Was there a reason given? You're going to go over all of that. And then that's going to help you to improve your conversion rate. So if you do that with any of those stats, you're going to improve your conversion rate. We'll kind of go through each of them and what you would look at, right? So you have to track how long it takes them to convert. Again, when they called your office, unless you can find out when they first saw like a video or an ad, when they showed up for the appointment, when they signed the contract, when they paid in full. Knowing all of those helps you to know where to spend your time and money and how long it takes to make the money you need for your business to run, pay for marketing, pay for ads, pay for your assistant or anything like that. Plus it helps you find out if somebody schedules an appointment but say they don't show up, you might have a lower show rate, might have a lower hire rate, and you're going to figure that out. So say someone sees your video, calls your office, but no one answers, or you can't see them for a month. You may have a lower set rate because of that. So then you work with your sales team and you make sure that you have someone answering the phone right away. Maybe you have a great call rate and a good set rate, and then they don't show up. Again, you're going to talk to your team and you're going to find out why. Was the appointment too far out? What was said in that call? Did they mention cost or something that maybe was off-putting to them that kept people from wanting to show up? If you track these stats, you're going to know all of that and what you can work on. So if someone calls, you get them in fast, they hire you, they pay in full. Now you can make better decisions with your money and you work backwards. How much money do you need to make in a year? Then you break it down to in a month, and then you break it down to in a week. So say you want to make $2 million in a year. That's about $166,000 in a month, which is $42,000 a week. So if your average client value is $7,500, so that means when they come in the door, so this is not lifetime value, but when they come in the door, it's $7,500. How many clients is that in a week? That is 5.5 clients that need to hire you and pay in full. Okay, so if you have a 20% higher rate from YouTube, we're just using YouTube here, you would need about 125 leads a month to equal that 5.5 clients a week who convert pretty quickly, okay? Now, say you have a 20% conversion rate from YouTube, 5% from Facebook. So what would you do? You would spend more time and more money on YouTube. If you have a higher conversion rate from your website than Facebook, then you would allocate some of your marketing spend and time on your website. So you're going to measure all of that from all your different platforms so that you use your time and money wisely. And if you don't have those numbers, it's okay. A lot of businesses don't. But what you need to do is start today. And a good base for any of those channels to track is at least 90 days. Especially if you're not running ads, organic growth takes about 4 to 6 months. So you're going to want to keep tracking that for 4 to 6 months so that you can see what does it convert to for you. Now, for most businesses on average, it takes about 65 to 67 days to convert. What does that mean? That means they started hearing about your business and then they till they paid for your product or service. So after you've set the baseline, you're going to track these and you're going to review them weekly. Okay. You're going to patch any holes. You're going to improve any areas that are slacking. If you don't, you're losing time and you're wasting money. Or losing money and wasting time, or losing time and wasting money. All of it. You're doing all of it. Okay. So there's two types of stats. There's vanity metrics, and then there's those that actually matter. So let's talk a minute about vanity metrics. Do you know what they say in marketing, that people don't buy what they need, they buy what they want? Why do people do that? It goes back to like endorphins and dopamine. They make you feel better, and it's all about emotion. Sadly, you can think that you're all logic-based, but you're not. People buy because of how they feel. And a lot of times when you create a video that you think is really good, you might have even paid a lot of money for it. In marketing, what we have found is that most of the time the video that's like overly produced and amazing and could be the next Scorsese show doesn't get you anything. And the one that you like literally spent no time on, it took you like 10 seconds, blows up. Just welcome to the marketing paradox, okay? So in terms of vanity metrics, you're excited. You feel good to check numbers and see how many eyes are on it. There's a dopamine hit, right? It blows up overnight. You go to bed, you wake up, there's 10,000 views, and you're like, what? Oh my God, let me tell everybody I knew. And then you check and there's another 1,000, and there's another 1,000, and there's another 1,000. Because your numbers are higher, they're going to keep going up because the channels push your videos, because they want people on their channel, on their platform too. You like start picturing yourself on the Tonight Show and on the Today Show, and your phone ringing off the hook. You're like, how can I hire a sales team? Oh my God, I'm going to have so many leads. Okay, this is your dopamine, and then you're going to crash and burn. You're wanting to give up because you're like, that didn't equal what I thought it would. Don't give up, okay? It does over time equal what you want. Consistent, effective posting is going to ensure that you're getting calls and customers, but you can't base it on one video. So I've talked to Evan Carmichael. I've attended trainings with him. He has over 3.5 million subscribers on YouTube. Do you know that his most recent videos have about 1,000 to 2,000 views? It's not even 0.1% of his subscribers, okay? But he keeps posting. And he's kept posting for over 10 years. I think it took him like 7 years to get to 1 million subscribers. And then in the last like 3, I think he's gotten up to the 3.5 million. But it took a long time. So if you keep going and you're consistent, you'll get the business that you want from your time and your energy. But only if you do it right, which happens when you track your stats. So let's look at the vanity metrics. How many views, how many subscribers, how many new subscribers? All of those are vanity metrics. They make you feel good, but they don't really move the bottom line that much. What's the second time? Metrics, the second type, are metrics that help you move the needle. They help you focus your message and make YouTube happy so that they have more people see your video. So the first thing's impressions. This is how many people YouTube is showing your video to. If this is going up, you're doing good. Click-through rate. This is how many people see your thumbnail or your headline and they click through to your video. If this is low, like below 5%, then you want to update your thumbnail and or your headline. Peak view and best time of day can both help you decide when to go live or when to post your videos. So gender, age, and location help you make your message appeal to your audience. Or if it's bringing in the wrong people and you're not getting the buyers you want, change your message to bring in the right people. Let me give you another example. I had a client and he was like, my ideal customer is a Hispanic male, age 25 to 35. That's who comes in and that's who hires me. But whenever we checked the stats on his videos, it was literally Hispanic women ages 20 to 55. And we were like, what is happening? Like, should he talk about trucks more? What should he do? Right? Well, when he started to talk to the people that came into the appointments, which was the Hispanic men, he found out that it was their wives and their mothers who had found this attorney online, and they were the ones calling the office and making the appointment. So no, he didn't have to change anything. He was doing it right. Okay. top 3 videos, you want to check those because you want to see what people are creating, what people are liking, so that you create similar content. So sorry. Now, watch time for viewers subscribed and watch time for viewers who are not subscribed. This matters because when somebody has been in touch with your brand, in fact, they need 7 to 10 touches before they buy from you. So if you're keeping your subscribers watching, that's good. Then you're going to convert them. But if you want to grow your base, then you also want to appeal to the non-subscribers. So you kind of have to balance both of those, right? Search terms and traffic source help you with your SEO, which is search engine optimization. You discover keywords and how to get people coming back. Plus, you can use those keywords on your website and grow your rank on Google by using the ones that they're finding you on YouTube. Okay, here's the 2 that matter the most to YouTube. I've talked about this in my other videos, but I'm going to go over it again. Watch time, total watch time for your whole channel overall. Shorts don't count in these right now. In the next week or 2 they will, and I talked about that in yesterday's video. If one video is getting more watch time than others, obviously that's going to help you, but it's overall watch time of the whole page. The other thing to keep in mind for watch time is if you ever want to monetize your channel, you need 4,000 hours of watch time in 12 months to monetize it. The next that's most important is your average view duration. So this is both a minute and a percentage. So you have a 5-minute video, it will say 2:30 if people are watching 2.5 minutes of it, or it will say 50%. You want to look at both of those. You want to strive for 50% in each video for your average view duration. And so that's usually about halfway through, but you also want to check where they're dropping off, and you might want to go back and watch that video and determine, what am I saying right there to get them to drop off, so that you can change that and they'll keep watching. Okay. If you track your stats, and especially the stats that are important that we went over in this video, and then you modify it to get better stats, you're not only going to make your YouTube views go up, you're going to grow your channel. Most importantly, you're going to grow your business and your bottom line, and it's going to help you show up on Google more. So don't forget, drop a comment if you want the checklist with all of these YouTube tips, including the stats for channel growth. Thanks for watching.